Welcome into the show today. Thank you for making this podcast a part of your day. Hit that subscribe button if you are watching on YouTube or if you're listening somewhere else. A Minnesota Vikings story that we thought was going away, that just won't, is sort of back because Adam Schefter and Diana Rossini and Jeremy Fowler have all reported the exact same thing in the last 24 hours. And they've all been consistently saying that the Minnesota Vikings have not announced that they are out on Aaron Rodgers, but rather that they are giving the first opportunity to J.J. McCarthy this spring to prove that he can be QB1. And Mike Greenberg, ESPN's host of Get Up, even mentioned the other day, the Vikings, now that they're out on Aaron Rodgers, and Adam Schefter sitting on the same panel said, whoa. Nothing has changed here. The Minnesota Vikings have not announced that they're out on Aaron Rodgers, but rather they are going to give McCarthy the first opportunity this spring to prove that he can be the guy. So what we thought was over is clearly not, because it's the story that keeps on giving. And I have one more take about the whole situation, because I've received some critics about my take, because the Vikings discussion about Rodgers, their contract offers to Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones, I believe indicates that they are not 100% sure on McCarthy. And really, why should they be? He's an unproven quarterback that missed his entire rookie season. So I get it. But my take is also what I think my take is. My take is that McCarthy is what he is, and he has not proven himself.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
To be the guy that everyone thinks that he already. There's a lot of hope of J.J. McCarthy right now. Not a lot of facts behind it. And the Vikings are throwing out feelers to other quarterbacks that are available. And my question for you is this. If you're in a happy relationship, are you throwing out feelers to other people, seeing what's available and seeing who you can attract and seeing what you can get? Because that's what the Vikings are doing. Sure, they might be content with McCarthy, but are they really happy right now with an unproven quarterback? Because the decisions that they are making is showing us what their true belief is. And their decisions are showing us that, hey, you know what? We did make an offer to Darnold and Jones, and we did have a long discussion about Rodgers that we're shelving for now, and it's not over yet. So it's just one of those things where the Vikings are trying to get the mass majority of people to believe a certain thing, but their decisions are speaking louder than what they are trying to share to the public and what they're trying to say to the media. So that's my take on that whole situation. The Rodgers situation, not done yet. All right, one more take to give this morning, and this is a compliment to J.J. McCarthy. New Vikings center Ryan Kelly, this comes from Kevin Seifert, said he has had some brief conversations with McCarthy, called him fiery, and added, he's got some stuff to him. Here's most of Kelly's answer about how he is in a unique position to help the youngster who remains QB1 on the depth chart. Here's what he said. Just having some brief conversations with JJ so far and just getting a feel from people in the facility on how they view him. He's a fiery man. He's got some stuff to him. He's got that energy that you want as a quarterback and as a young guy who missed his entire rookie season. I think you need to have that edge where this guy's like, he wants to prove he can be in this league. He wants to lead this team to an NFC North title. He wants to go to the NFC Championship game, the Super Bowl. I think he also understands that there's a lot he hasn't seen and doesn't know. So for the last 9 years, for the most part, I've been in charge of the run game, the pass game, and all the blitz lookups and all those. So I think that's what I bring to this table. Hey, there's a young guy who we really believe in, who we know has the fire and the passion to be great. He just might not be able to see everything right away. So this is stuff that we all knew about McCarthy. The dude loves football. He bleeds football. All he wants to do is talk about and play football. And that has been very known since his time at Michigan. I have no doubts about McCarthy's love for the game, because you listen to the guy talk and you hear what teammates, past coaches say about him, and it's the exact same thing. They love McCarthy, and McCarthy loves the game of football. He might love the game of football even a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins, he was criticized and ripped countless times because he wanted to take a day off during the week. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. Having a Sabbath where you can just take your mind off the game and think about other things and spend time with your family is an important thing. McCarthy, you will not have to worry about that for 1 second with him. The dude loves football, and he will never get criticized for not loving the game enough. So you're already seeing it, and these Minnesota Vikings free agents have only been in the building for, 2 weeks? And they are already complimenting McCarthy's love for the game. Now, they're not going to come out and rip the guy, but they also did not have to go on this full, long answer of how much McCarthy loves the game of football. So you're already seeing McCarthy vibe with his teammates, get that trust from his teammates, and they already see how much he loves the game. And McCarthy, during his interview with O'Connell and the Vikings general manager during his pro day, basically said, I'm going to run through a wall for you. And that's as cheesy as you can get. You know what I mean? Like, that's as cheesy as you're going to get from anybody. But if there's a guy that I believe actually would do that, it's McCarthy. And we are going to see that from the Minnesota Vikings. He's going to run through a wall to make sure he is a successful Super Bowl winning quarterback in this league. The question is his physical as good as his mental? So that's the question, and we'll see. But we're already seeing good things from the Vikings players and teammates of J.J. McCarthy. All right, everyone, thank you for watching this episode and for being with me on this podcast today. Hit that subscribe button and the follow button wherever you're watching or listening.